Hey everyone. So, with me again wearing the bat suit and with this week I'm marking officially the 10th anniversary, I thought I'll go over one of my favorite traditions ever since then. And since I actually just binge watched the whole thing again, and so even though I'm gonna be doing improv again, I'll remember it. I remember it quite well, even without that. So let's go over Early Garden Wall and talk about why it is Cartoon Network's Halloween masterpiece. As Wirt, voiced by Elijah Wood, and his new brother from his mother's second marriage, Gregory, he he voiced by Colin Dean, are are in are trying to find their way back home while looting a mysterious entity known as the Unknown. They come across all manner of strange characters, both human and otherwise. And I must say, I in both the fantastical and the he he reveal near the end, it's definitely one that accurately captures the feeling of Halloween the best out of things I've seen, and I especially like the whole parallels to older animation, which especially in some of the more bizarre ones of my favorite episodes, those being School Time Follies and Songs of the Dark Lantern, and where here it definitely calls to mind in the case of my pop culture age, watching like the weird cartoons that used to come on VHS tape from Rhino, and yes, as Alyssa pointed out are some parallels to Flapjack, and which we went back and watched in the intervening years since this came out. I will say that if I had known all the people would be involved with so much great animation in the years that follow, I would have watched that one sooner, even with its own kind of nightmare sights, such as the infamous mimetic Candy Wife. I mean, those peppermint eyes, they stare into my soul. And as I just mentioned, the cast I put together for this is also quite fantastic. A lot of actually quite recognizable names in there, both in big and small roles, such as Christopher Lloyd as the Woodsman, and and Tim Curry as Auntie Whispers, and John Cleese as the Patriarch of the Adelaides, and even with his more recent and colorful comments, he's easily the Python I would expect most in this scenario. Oh, oh. I definitely also. I only fairly recently found out, as in right before I started had, making this video and my latest rewatch of the show, is that Jimmy Brown, that's right, Darlana's gorilla. For the longest time I thought that was Mike Judge, but no, it turns out it's actually Thomas Lennon, who I know best as Dangle Reno 911, and also has had various bit parts, movies, and other TV shows since then. And definitely he also recognizable voice talent, even if you don't know names off the top of their heads, including Fred Stoller, or, or Frank Fairfield and Ashley Birch. That last one definitely has, again, quite a few anime and video game credits to their name, so to speak. Indeed. And it is definitely a reminder we could all use of what things can be when they're at their best as for the network. With the three main creative forces, including Nate Cash, Patrick Hale, as well as having being work from Owen Dennis, all three of whom contributed considerably to Adventure Time regular show, even Penn himself was also involved on the writing process, as Jim Campbell, Natasha Allegri, and Bert Yoon, many of whom would also go on to make things of their own. And I definitely appreciate the time when it first debuted in 2014 and just seeing it online. It was a brief time where I didn't have my own live TV access, but as I had pointed out before, I knew a guy in that time frame. And as the years passed, as its appreciation only grew and grew, so much when and someone tried to delist the show, oh, on online fronts, there was an uproar, and they ended up walking it back. There's even going to be a 10th anniversary collaboration with Aardman and the people responsible for Wallace and Gromit, Chicken Run, and the Pirates Band of Misfits, among many others. I'll just deal with that and with their recent and layoffs and losing about 700K as it comes, but still, this is easily a modern classic in the making, and has quickly joined us of my favorite Halloween traditions, and I watch every October. Or it's definitely a sure sign of the changing seasons as weather getting colder, or leaves changing color, and at least everyone and their mother and their dog having something that's got pumpkin spice in it. It's really like that. Admittedly, this may not have been my exact plan, but it's another one of those now or never scenarios. Those for on a personal level, because I also saw this recurring theme that but running through the entire miniseries where Wirt had to learn spontaneity, and Gregory also who had to learn self control. But they also both need to learn that in a way, they need each other more than they know. Oh, I also definitely am not too against the idea that the events were everything I saw were just people wearing costumes, because it was the reveal. I won't go over the whole one for those that not see it, because you should go watch it just in case. Also, a really good show. But since it was Halloween night, it would make sense to me, that of all the bizarre things and people I saw, everything, including their own cosplay of an elephant and a wizard to yourself. Given how these Elijah Wood voicing works, you might say his own adventure turned out to be quite different. But as stated before, it definitely helps best capture just the feeling of being like that around Halloween, in the right mix of fear and wonder, as it should be, and also as it was. As I think as years go by, that this will definitely be every bit as beloved as, say, The Great Pumpkin or the numerous Trails of Horror specials, and it certainly has joined a list of like the new Cartoon Network Halloween traditions. Other ones will be putting in rotation fairly soon, whom such as like the regular show Terror Tales from the Park and Cradle of the Creek's Trick or Creek. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now, and I will see you all again very soon. So take care, everyone.